Welcome to my one-man panel of madness. Hello and welcome to Dr. Geohoo's Sci-Fi and Horror Ramblings. This is Dr. Geohoo, and we had some interesting information come from the Doctor Who camp. We have a list of writers and directors, and well, I may lose my geek card for this, but I have no idea who half of them are. And I say that, jokingly because I really don't. I've only known a few directors who have done other work, like Rachel Talalay, who had done Freddy Krueger movie. So I'm not really up on who some of these people are. I know that we do have our first African American female writer, so that's interesting. And they did release information about kind of each of their episodes, whether it's historic or it's spooky, scary. So I didn't want to read too much of that because I don't want it spoiled, so I'd rather be surprised. And as well as with the directors, I unfortunately, again, don't know too many of them, but I'm glad because, again, it's a fresh spin. And sometimes people will say, well, you have to know every director, you have to know every person. But when you don't know them, I feel you don't judge them already by their past work. And I think that's important because you could say, oh, it was done by Rachel Talalay. Then you go and dig up, her style. You try to find her style and the way she likes to direct. I'd rather just be surprised and be like, well, this is new, this is different. I can't judge them on stuff they've did in the past. So that's kind of exciting. I'm still a little bit pissed that we still don't have a date. And I think at this point, if we're so close to it, it should be released. Now, there are some rumors in the recent Doctor Who magazine that apparently everything points towards September. Now, we know that I believe it's Australia is getting a film release of the first episode, cinema release. So they don't have a date yet. So we'll have to see when that would be. If we were to have some kind of film event, it would most likely go with Fathom Events, who have hosted the 50th anniversary special, the the Christmas episode, Husbands of River Song, and Peter Capaldi's last Twice Upon a Christmas. So if anyone's going to do it in this country, it's going to be them. And people have actually taken to Fathoms to see what days are available that don't have anything. And it looks like most of the dates in September are pretty used up, I guess you could say, if it was a Saturday premiere. And I believe there is one date that is open, and most people are saying that might be the date, and that is October 6th. It looks like it's the only day, it's a Saturday, that would be able to do a simulcast. Remember, they're saying there's going to be a simulcast, so that seems like it's the only plausible date that the premiere could happen. And I love Doctor Who. I am definitely obsessed with Doctor Who because it's one of my favorite TV shows, and I look forward to seeing it. I hate not having Doctor Who, but anyways, there was a comment by the current BBC drama controller, and I'm not even going to try to say his last name or his first name, so let's just call him BBC drama controller. And he kind of revealed what Jodie Whittaker is going to be like in a way as the 13th Doctor, and I quote, "It's a testament to the energy and focus that Jodie has brought to Doctor Who that it's hard to distinguish where one ends and the other begins. She said from the start that she could only do it in her way, and so it has become. Gone is the daffiness and idiosyncrasy of her predecessors in favor of a Doctor with energy, spark, and oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I just lost a word. Relatability, sorry, my bad. Relatability. And yes, I was reading off my tablet, so sorry. It's the future. We don't have paper. Anyways, so for me, I think that's just, I don't know, there's something rude about that statement. It makes it sound like every other Doctor, every actor that's played the Doctor didn't have energy, and I'm sorry, but I think every Doctor has their own personality. Every Doctor has their own way of doing things. Spark and I'm sorry, but for me, Peter Capaldi was totally relatable. And there are many aspects about Peter's portrayal as a 12th Doctor that I could resonate with. So to say that only Jodie Whittaker's new fresh Doctor is going to be relatable, I don't know. I think that a few fans are going to find this statement to be a bit annoying because everybody has their own energy. I mean, you look at the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. Hello, you don't think he had energy? I mean, he was nothing but energy. Matt Smith, I mean, he was a bouncing ball of energy. Okay, so every Doctor had something different, something unique, and that's what makes Doctor Who so awesome. I guess I could say is that every actor brings a new flavor, a new taste to the Doctor. So that's why the show has lasted 50 years because it can never get boring because everybody will have they can relate to something with that specific Doctor. Some people really like sort of the dashing hero that the fifth Doctor portrayed. Even the War Doctor, some people like the way that he was kind of gloomy, but yet he had a sensitive side to everything, and he kind of turned around at the end there and once again became the Doctor. So I don't know. I'm a little bit, I don't want to say upset because I really don't want to let things upset me, but I think that comment was kind of uncalled for. And, I know that they're trying to bring Jodie Whittaker sort of from this, into the state of freshness, this new way of the Doctor and so forth. But we can't go and say that none of the other Doctors brought any spark or energy or anything that we could relate to because, sorry, but that's BS. And I was about to say the word, but then I realized I'm not sure who's listening to this, and I don't want to, your first words to be BS. The full word, by the way. So that's my ramble for today as well, because I was just like, this is not true. Everybody has a Doctor that they can relate to, and they all have a spark and energy to them. And I'm sorry, I like them being a little bit nutty and crazy. I mean, that's the whole point of the Doctor. Let's go back to William Hartnell. He was kind of weird and crazy and kooky, and that just kind of developed even further throughout his time as a Doctor. So I don't know. I think that was a bad comment on the controller side. But you know what? I can't make any judgments until I see the frickin' episode. So I want a frickin' start date. And I think I've blasted enough tweets to both BBC Studios, BBC America, BBC One. Anybody connected to BBC has gotten my tweet. Where is it? This is getting crazy now. So, okay, sorry. Ramble over. Catch us next time.